the question about Ron Paul and the kind of reception he is gaining, getting or not getting from the Republican establishment and also from the media is really quite interesting because obviously his message is resonating with a lot of people, especially on the conservative right. I think why the Republican establishment is trying to dismiss him and discredit him and move away from him is it's simply because he isn't an insider, for one. And the other reason is because he's opposed to U.S. military intervention and is in favor of de-escalating U.S. involvement around the world in military matters, at least using the military as a means of accomplishing U.S. imperial foreign policy. He wants to, cut back on American bases and stop the varieties of wars and escalations of tensions in Russia, China, and the Mideast that the U.S. is now doing. As far as the media goes, I think it's a similar kind of reason that, one, they would rather have the infighting of their picks as front runners, Romney, Gingrich, and various other people, because they love that all that bickering, that partisan bickering, and they're also in favor, as many of the U.S. corporate media is owned by people who are connected to various kinds of war industries, the military-industrial complex. They would just as soon see somebody as a front runner who is, tied into those industries and approves of American, continuing American wars, and which means huge profits for the industries that they're connected with. I think it's that simple in a way. However, may I say something for myself about Ron Paul, because many people talk to me about him and say, isn't it great that he is this much opposed to U.S. foreign policy and the wars we're fighting? And I think that that's true. I really admire that stand, although his stand is purely economic as far as I can tell. It's not moral or legal. It's just an economic argument, which is a good one. And unfortunately, most people will listen to an economic argument rather than a moral argument. However, as far as some of the most important questions, he is just as bad as Romney, Gingrich, or any of those other people. On the economy, on the environment, he is terrible. He wants the market to decide what to do about the environment. He wants no legislation. On the financial regulation, he doesn't want more regulation. He wants less. As far as unions go, he's in favor of busting the unions and having the market determine what people will be paid. He wants to balance the debt, but for the most part, he wants to do it by letting the economy, the environment, and working people suffer. So I'm not sure at all that he's a good choice, but it is certainly an interesting question about why the media and the Republicans are trying to distance themselves from him.